Hello?
Yeah, what's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I just increase my volume here.
Yeah, my key levels do not look like that.
Um,
It's just the middle ones, the 3 months, from
yeah.
the high.
I mean, I sent you mine once.
Yeah,
So
that's where I got it from. But I don't know, it's just probably messed up. Even on
yeah.
the live chat, it looks like that as well, the same the way I've shown you, but I'll fix it later.
I mean, we can fix it now because if you want me to fix it now, I can like
Yeah.
uh
Can you just go on the 12 months time frame? Just
yeah.
want to see how it is.
All right. So 12
Please.
months. Yeah. Um,
Y- Yeah, I think.
I know it's gonna be like look a lot, but all these are included, right? So if I turn off today, so 3 months off, PSA off, and then I'll turn off the kill zones as well. Kill zones are just the gulag zone, right?
Yeah, where you shouldn't trade.
Yeah, PSA off, 3 months kill level off here. My mouse is a bit slow, I don't know why, but yeah. So yeah, it will be looking like that because obviously these low ones here are from FXCM,
Okay.
right? That's why it looks like this, right? But on a Forex.com, obviously the data stops here, it starts here, right? In 2006, yeah.
Yeah.
But on FXCM, it continues all the way down here, right? So obviously these lower ones are going from FXCM because it has the data feed.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
then it's probably the same then, because yeah,
Yeah,
that's what.
yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's why I
because I
said
was.
on Telegram you might have all of them turned on. But I think if you go on the link tree here, or your object tree, you can
Yeah,
because I group all of them together, like as in I group the 12 month together. So if I turn on 12 month, it will be just all the 12 month off, and obviously the five peoples, right? And then if I just bring in just the 12 months, those are 12 months without the five pip zones. And then the five pip
yeah,
zones, see plus or like obviously the higher ones and the lower ones. So I'll bring them in and they'll populate the five pippers there. Yeah, something wrong with my mouse, man. It's like a bit slow. Maybe the
yeah,
battery, something the battery is probably right now. Yeah, and then if I bring in my 3 months, which is in blue, they will populate as well. And then obviously the five peepers, and then the PSAs, they will come in as well. Right,
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So I think mine's the same as yours because I've put them into the files as well, so I can turn them
yeah,
off like
yeah.
that as well.
The same
Yeah,
thing. And
yeah,
obviously, go on the lower time frame and zoom in, you'll see they'll make more sense, right?
yeah. Mine's definitely the same. Then I just got confused because I'm using forex.com.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
No, it's because obviously the lower ones we couldn't really get them on Forest.com, so I had
Yeah,
to use FXCM. But yeah, it's been. I mean, don't know if you look at the analysis that I posted in news chart on Thursday.
just on the news chat.
Yeah, on the Discord, like I've posted like analysis on news chart on Thursday. Wait, I can actually share it. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I'm a bit slow, man. Yeah, so if I share the Discord one right here, yeah, so this is today, obviously, the Gulag team.
Yeah.
Uh, news, if you look at the news, I explained today's news, obviously. Um, uh, this analysis, this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, I don't know how many people saw this, but if you had seen this on Friday, you would have caught some buys. On today, you would have caught, like, see what I said? Said
Poor
poor
people.
PMI data could
Yeah,
lead up there Friday and Monday, and look what Monday did, straight up there. It's pretty
yeah.
much a repetition of this box here. See this box here?
Hmm.
This is what I was trying to explain in the Zoom call today, and I don't think they were listening. They were just probably saying, this guy's probably trying shit, right? But if you look at the push phase here, it's almost similar to this push phase here, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And then the pullback down, you see the 4H flips there. Same thing here, 4H flips here, right? And then we get a nice corrective, push, right? With the fundamentals, right? And
Yeah.
then obviously after that, what do we have? We had another push towards the highs again. So this push here, you can see is corrective, took like 3 days. Same thing here. Look at this push, right? It's taken 3 days, right? And then Friday, gulags a bit. And then here we gulag 2 days. But then the first day gulags and the second day pushes to the highs. So what happened today? Pushed up the highs.
Yeah.
See that? So it's
Insane.
same position, right? And
Yeah.
if I go back to, I mean, this was Thursday, right? 21st. There you go. Yeah. Actually, no, I posted Friday morning, sorry. Yeah, but that was it. And if I just go back to the charts, no one wants to see that. All right. So on the charts, it's a 4H, right?
Yeah.
I mean, with that scenario there, we don't even need the key levels, right? So even if I was to turn off the key levels, right, and the PSAs, let's just kill them all, right? I think it's this one here, right? There you go. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that, straight up there.
So is that why you were targeting 0600?
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about since Friday. I was like, I mean, I've already taken some profit at like 500. But I literally caught this daily kind of from down here, and I mean, it's moved 80 pips.
Okay, no.
You're not gonna complain with 80 pips, man. But still, the target is pretty much these highs because if you look at this movement here, right, the thing that I'm like trying to like basically make you focus on, right, is how this movement up in here, right? And you can see, is this color all right, or do you want me to?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Is the blue all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I can see him.
Okay, cool. Because I'm in my eyes are doing, I'm a big colorblind. That's why my colors are all over the place, man.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain is that basically, you see here when I say a pullback from the new entry the highs, these highs here were created, from like you can see clearly, price pushed up higher than these highs here, right? And intraday highs is just a previous daily highs, right? And after this pullback here created new highs, we then this push here, right, created new highs. The pullback started by the 4H flipping, right? And how do we know the 4H flips? Because the key thing is how to realize if the 4H has flipped or not, right? So as soon as this low here was made, you can see that candle there traded above this one, right?
Create a high.
Yeah, and then this one here closed below, which flipped the whole thing. So you can anticipate at least price to come back down to the next low, which is this low here, right? Because here is when we flipped a bullish candle there to rip up, right? So this low here becomes quite high probability. And you can see as we dig that there, it paused a bit, but then obviously news whatever pushed it to the next low that formed the high, right? So it's either going to be this low or this low, right? And obviously wherever low is down there. But as soon as price does this here, flips, if you didn't catch the continuation down, you can either wait at this low to see if the 4H is with you, or this low to see if the 4H with you. So we reached there towards the end of the day. 4H retraced, made this little high here, and then obviously in the Asian, I think this was London candle here. It pushed down, taking liquidity of the Asian and closing like a doji, right? You see it?
Yeah.
Let me zoom in properly so you can actually see this area here because it's very important. Then you understand exactly what I mean, right? So even if I was to bring in my Asian, the Asian is there. Oh yeah, he is. But you can see only in 15. But yeah, you can see that these two candles here were Asian sessions, right? So up to this point here, I was not in buys because the 4H is bearish, right?
Yeah.
As we're coming down here, you can see that it broke below, and obviously broke below this one here. Now it's bearish, right? So coming into this session here in London, I'm just waiting for more sales, right, to take it either to this low or to the next low, which is this one, right? Because as we're coming up, we made high, broke above it, and like I told you, after breaking above, you can either keep pushing, right, after Leo's pullback, or you can dig a big deeper pullback, right?
Yeah.
So this case here, we didn't really do a deeper pullback, pushed up, flip again, and started pushing up higher, right?
Mm.
And then obviously it left this low here to look at, or this low here to look at, right? And as we came down, you can see, you know, it gulagged a bit, right? But then pushed lower, maybe with the data, right? So, and then as soon as it hits a 4H low, right?
Mm.
You expect you're wanting the 4H to flip and show you that, you know, we're continuing with the trend now, right?
Yeah.
And we make this low here, and then you can see candles trade here. This one here really didn't, it traded above because it's not an inside bar. And then this one here traded above, but nothing is taking the low, right? Of the 50 candles until this candle here. And coincidentally, this candle here is the London candle, right?
Yeah.
What we know about London candles, they like to sweep Asian and then go the other way, right? So as soon as you see this sweep Asian and it comes back above, you're still not in buys yet, but you can anticipate that we've swept the Asian low to continue higher, right?
Yeah.
So if you do get in there, which is aggressive because the 4H is not with you yet, you can always hold it and catch bigger moves, right? Or just be patient and wait for this high to get broken. And that's the candle that does it. That candle there closes above the high. And like I said before, after we break, so now at this point here, this will be our low to high. And then we break, and then we form a new high, right? After sweeping.
Yeah.
And then that's the high to break, right? So it's almost like if I put in the arrows, this here will be the high we wanted to break, right?
Yeah.
Not the previous one, right? Not this one here. Why not this one?
Because it created a low.
Exactly, because we had never made a low. As soon as we made a low there, then it validated our high, right? So as soon as this candle here traded below, I mean, I think yeah, it will let us go in. It will go back to 15, right? So if you look at the 15 minutes, it will make more sense why that low, right? Because we can actually see the Asian sessions low. So this line here was the 4H break, right? So 4H boss was the one there, right? And if we just hide this guy as well, make it clear, and I can hide the 4H candles as well to just make it more smoothly, I think. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, is that perfect?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically now we have we see the Asian session there, and you can see Frankfurt sweeps Asian, goes straight to the Asian highs, and then still London brings it back down, sweeps Asian again, goes up bend. So you see that, you know, the Asian is being taken twice, but then the 4H candle is still closing above and not really breaking below, right? Right. So as soon as you see that you know the 4H candle is still not, where's the 4H candles? Oh, there you go. So as soon as you see that the 4H candles are still closing below, what is line here? Why is it so massive? Oh, that's a 15 one. Okay, I don't need the 50. I don't know what this line here is. 2. What the hell? Ah, this is a runner. I don't need this shit. Turn off that. All right, perfect. Yeah, you see that, you know, I mean, here, it's just being patient and waiting for the 4H to show you, right? At this point here, we know we had made a high. All we need is the 4H to make a low, right?
Yeah.
And up to this point here, 4Hs were coming up and making highs, right? But as soon as we hit Frankfurt, which is pretty much just a given, right? Because you know Frankfurt is going to give us volume, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as you see it pierce, you're like, okay, perfect. So either we break this high and close, or, you know, it continues. So you can see that it doesn't break, it pierces through, doesn't close, come back down. So all this here, you can avoid, right? Until this 4H close above here. And then after you see it close above there, already the 15 has closed above this high here, right? So this is our candle. So in there, which is roughly like post NYSE, you know, you can cut your buys, right? And those are more safer now because up to this point here, the 4H is bullish, right? Which means the 4H is has boss, which is the daily is bullish, right? So even if you look at the daily in the zone there, you would see that there you go. See, the daily was, you know, had flipped bullish as well, which was this. I think it's the next candle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was the next. It was this candle, but the next day. So 4H would have been right down here. Yeah, there you go. So it was actually that inside bar candle of the daily showing you that the next day is gonna push up higher, right? Yeah. So coming in the session the next day, you just know we're bullish on the 4H is bullish, and it's either gonna do a retracement and push higher, right, or keep going, right? And if when you came on this next day here, let's say you missed buys here, but you came on this next day here, this little PS of the 4H here does not tell you that we're bearish at all, right? It's just a candle trading below, right? Yeah. And then all you're doing is waiting for 15 to flip, right? So on this next day here, if you had missed obviously buys on this day here, on the next day you're just waiting for the 15 to flip on you, right? So coming in on at a London session here, you see that we trade below here before Frankfurt, and then what happens? The 15 flips, which is just here. It flipped there. I think it was just a small candle. So the 4H would have flipped right here, right? Boom.
Oh, okay.
Right? And why it flips there? Because you can see that, you know, we created a low, right? Created a low, coming down. And then obviously no candles breaking below, no candles breaking below, right? And then this guy closed above that, right? So coming into Frankfurt open, you know this is our range now, right? Any OPs, 1 minute OPs there, you're hunting them, right? And then obviously, if you go on as OP with London Open coming in, you know volume is gonna push. Boom. See that? And this point here, you're not even looking at the 4H because now you know the 4H is bullish, right? And the only thing that can like, you know, go against your bias now is the 4H flipping, right? Because remember, we're on these 2 days here, and the 4H was, if the 4H was to flip, it would have needed a candle to literally come down and break this low, right? Which is miles away, right? It's not gonna come down. I mean, it could, but even if it did, you're still gonna be hunting from these lows, right?
Yeah.
Just like today, when I opened the charts, I came on the charts in the morning, I knew exactly where the 4H was, right? See that? I mean, these arrows here, believe it or not, I made them on Friday. I didn't even know where it was going. That's why I had the cells as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is optimistic, and we start digging below here. I know it can push down lower, right? And obviously I know people look at this trend line here, bullish market structure, and they'll be like, why are you using trend line? No, I'm not using trend lines. I'm just seeing how the market's going, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, it tends to respect these areas here, right? Okay. So when it gets to the area, you know there's something about market structure, right? Market structure goes up, right? And to go up, it has to respect some sort of like step ladder, right? And you can use the trend line to just guide you, not to actually buy off there. No, when it hits there, I'm waiting for it to turn bullish so I can buy, right? And if the 4H candle is bullish, what am I going to do? I'm just going to wait for 15 to flip and take it up higher, right? And it's the same thing as today. As I came on the charts, I could see it was today here, right? I could see that yesterday in Asian, this candle here that opened up, it flipped the 4H, right? Because that was a high, right? And this here was a low, which traded below this candle, right? On Friday.
Yeah.
But then when it pushed up higher, when it retraced, it never really closed above, right? But then when the market opens, it just pushed up straight away and closed above. So that to me was already a flip. So the 4H is already flipped the daily candle, right? Right there. That there was a not even 4H flip, but that's a 4H boss, right? Because I call it boss because it's just the basically I shouldn't even call it boss, I should say 4H sorry. Daily, is it?
Yeah, daily.
On the flips, boom, right? So because that's a daily there, has flipped, right? So after it flips, now from this low here to this high here is my buys, right? I'm going to be looking for buys. And now on a daily, I only go, on a 4H, I only go 1 week here, this inside bar, and this bullish candle. So it doesn't really make much sense. But in order to buy, I'll be looking at least in this week here, right? This 4H week here will catch me because it's a week that traded below. So it's a liquidity week. And I know in here, let's just call it 4H right there, knowing that in this area here, I need to look for buys, high probability, right? As soon as this candle here close above, now I'm bullish, right? And if you go down on the 15 minutes, in that area there, you can pinpoint and see, okay, what do we have down there that can catch our eyes, right? Is there an OP or something? You can see that this candle is huge, so there's no really clear OPs in there, right? Now, how do you gauge? If there's no clear OPs, what do? You just wait for a new one to form or the 15 to flip, right? And what happens? Coincidentally, London Open takes it into the 4H zone, I said, the liquidity zone, right? Sweeps wherever it wanted, right? After sweeping. And then now, being patient, I just wait for my 4H to flip, which was that candle right there, right? And as soon as it flipped, obviously knowing that, that this area was prominent, I had buy limits and buy limits down there, because if I turn on my the good stuff, you see exactly where it came to, right? See that in the zone there, just here. So in this 4H zone here, I know I have 2 key levels, right? I have this PSA up top, and I have this three-man key level here, right? And believe you or not, I had limit orders down here as well, but obviously we didn't get there. And as soon as I saw the 1 minute PS2 down here, and you can see the 1 minute flipped as well. So that meant that 15-minute candle that was going down there, right, at London Open, flipped, right? So as soon as it flipped there, boom, buys. And you can see that candle there is the one that flips the 15-minute candle, right? Because this is a high here, creating the 15-minute candles. And this here is where the 15-minute flip bullish, right? So as soon as it flip bullish, I can either wait for it trace for better entries at the PSA, or if I'm impatient, enter there. My stop loss is below the candle that flipped it, because I know the candle that flips the 4H or 15 or daily is highly probability to be respected, right? So as price was coming lower down here, I was just taking buys, right? And obviously there, it's just your own user's discretion. If you put 1 pipper, you can literally catch crazy trades, right? Like 10 hours can be hit like in nothing, right? So let's say 1 pipper goes there, and you just put your stop loss below that candle itself, right? And you can see for yourself, like 10 hour would have been smashed. Within. Oh, there you go. See, but then that is just probability of coming back, right? It can either go without you or miss it, right? But it's just understanding how much we've dug deeper, and that's why I use key levels, because you can see, right? Like I've already told you, as soon as the 15-minute candle here, if we look at it properly, as soon as it closed above the high 5 people there, and it flipped the bullish, it flipped the 4H, right? I was already in buys, right? Down up here. So if I took this one here after waiting for 15 to flip, look at that, I was still in, in push. And this one actually was quite nice. It came back for the OP exactly right here.
Which one was that? That was today, or?
Bang on. This was today, yeah. You see it?
That's the one I had marked. That's the one I found in the morning as well. I didn't take that one.
Yeah. So this one here, you would have either taken out the OP, or at least if you're scared to take it OP, just wait for it to flip, right? And you can see how the 1 minute comes in. So we made a high here. After this 15 here confirmed, right? We have an OP here, obviously down here we have another one, right? After it flips, it pushed up fast, right? But then it came back, and you're like, okay, cool, perfect. So it's coming back for OP, and you see tap OP, reject OP, but you follow this 1 minute here, and you can see as we made this low here, we traded above here, right? See that that red candle? Yes,
Yeah.
and it's now outside bar. After trading above, it pushed down lower, and now automatically this is our high to break. And what
Yeah.
breaks it? This candle here flips the 15-minute candle right here. See that there? So that there is the 15-minute turning bullish, right? So 4 hours bullish by 15 turning it, and now the 15 is turning bullish here, right? And like I said, after the 15 turn bullish, you can either enter on the candle closing, right? Or be patient enough to wait
Wait
for a
for
smaller
OP.
stop loss, right? Because this was 2.6. I mean, you can't cry about 2.6, right?
Yeah.
Or you can, what I did is I'll take the candle itself, like, you know, from the top to the bottom of it, right? Here. And then obviously 50%. But here, 50% never get triggers. See that? 50% of the candle never get triggered, right? This is just for me to decrease my stop losses, right? Like
Yeah.
1.3. But you gotta understand, if you're greedy and you want to smaller stop loss, you better be prepared to miss trades, right? Okay, but if you earn your risk, you say, okay, I'm risking 1/4% or 0.5%, right? But my target is gonna be, let's say, this key level, right? Because you understand, okay, we can at least reach that key level. I mean, look at that. 2.6, key level is 12, 11 pips. That's 4R. 4R, or you're missing a trade. What are you gonna do? And exactly, again, even if he comes back and took me out, right? Like for example, because I'm not trying to say it's gonna be 100% perfect every time, right? Example, after this buy here, right? The one I told you I took a loss, right? I think I took I think I took 3 or 4 losses, but they were all like obviously like 1/4%, so resulting to like, I think 0.75% loss. It wasn't like even a whole 1%, right? But understanding that, yeah, showed me that I could take those losses, but still be profitable with one trade, right? So when the 4H flipped here, sorry, the 15 flipped here, right? Because the 15 pushed up and it flipped somewhere up here, right? So here you closed above, right?
Yeah.
This here was the 15-minute flipping on us right here, right? So that was 4H flipping bullish, right? And now I was waiting for this OP, which is down here, right? Tapping OP, I should have taken it at the OP, but I was being more reserved because it's like, you know, towards the end of the day and volume can be stupid. So I waited for it to flip. As the 15 flipped there, literally as soon as I entered, boom, straight my stop loss, right? But I understood that, okay, it can do that, right? And that's supposed to 1 pip because I was being tight, right? And then it flipped again, straight to my stop loss again. And I was like, oh shit, 2 losses. And in my head, I was like, okay, you know what? You need to see some momentum, right?
Yeah.
And then this big can up happened, flipped to 15 again, which my problem was also the 15 had just closed. So it's just about to open up, right? Normally I tend to not to take these kind of trades where the 15 is just opening up. I like, but I forgot. I'm just human, right? So it took me out and 3 losses straight away. And I was just like, oh my God, what the hell just happened, right? So I stopped and I was okay, maybe it's not ready yet, right? So leave it. And I was okay, you know what? It's gonna dig deeper, right? And then I can catch it lower than the lower 5 pip, right? Because you can see here we'll be above. So I wasn't ready. But at the same time, I did not switch my bias to sell at all. Why?
Because the 15-minute hasn't flipped as well. 4 hours
Exactly,
hasn't flipped.
because the 15 had no close below here. 15 had closed below here for me to switch my bias to bearish, right? So as I saw it coming down, I was like, you know what? It's probably gonna flip and close below. But then what happened? Look at that. Literally the 15 closed exactly on there and it didn't flip it, right?
That's
And when
what
it
I
did
had
that,
as well.
exactly when it did that, this here closed and flipped the bullish 15. I took it straight loss again. That's 4 losses, and I was like, oh shit, what the hell? So 1% was gone, right? But then I was like, okay, you know what? Chill. Let's see what this market is doing. It's probably just waiting for more, right? And this was my last trade. I was literally telling myself, okay, I'm not gonna take anymore. This is my last trade, right?
Yeah.
And the last trade, look at that. Boop, go 2 pips stop loss. And mate, she ripped 500. So I took 4 losses That's 1%. But this one here was 12% gain.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. You know what
So
I did though? I had that see the third loss that you made, the second loss
yeah,
actually. That's what I
yeah.
took as well. I made that exact same loss. And
Okay.
then I put market limit on the second OP, the first OP zone, the very bottom one, the way it just closed
Yeah,
on it. So
yeah,
I just let it hit there, put my stop
yeah.
loss 2 pips below, and it almost tapped me out as well, but it just went up.
Nice, nice. I mean, see, if I
Yeah.
had if even this second last loss here, if I had, I mean, I had 1.3 pip stop loss. Look at that. That's just stupid, right? If
Mm.
I had a 5 pip stop loss, or even cover this low here, 4.8 pip, I would have been in and I would have made 5R. See that?
Yeah.
That 5R there would have been able to easily cover these guys. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just down to your even when I took this one here, the first one, right? Let's say I took the first one here, but I had my stop loss at 5 pips, right? So 5 pips would be in somewhere here, right? I will not have taken these other two because I'm still in this trade, right?
Yeah.
So this one here I would have been waiting for stop loss to hit, and I would not have taken these two losses here because as soon as I enter one trade, I like to hold it to see how it plays out, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So it's just down to you. Smaller stop losses, a lot of people don't understand that it's just a disaster to take more losses. And even if you're good or experienced, you're still going to be invited to take more losses, right?
Yeah.
It's like I told you, I'm not going to hide it to you and say, oh, I'm saying that I got this without losses.
Mm.
I'm showing you it's the reality, right? The market is just not ready for you, right?
Mm. Mm.
But when it's ready and your bias is playing out, I mean, if this 15 had closed below here, no way I would have taken this bar. I'd be like, nope, the 15 just told me nope, we ain't going higher, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then seeing the 15s failing again, guess what? Poof,
Mm.
pushed
Uh,
up.
just want to say something as well. You know the second first OP zone, the one it hit.
Which oh
Uh
yeah, yeah.
yeah, this one. I had that marked out because it was in a 15-minute OP zone as well. You
Yes,
go in the
exactly.
15 minute
Because, this
and I
this
was inside.
right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
That's
was
what I
this
had marked out. And then I just yeah, I seen that as well. So I just marked out that
yeah. So
OP zone.
whole area was a 15-minute zone, right? Which is OP, and knowing that you can easily say, okay, you know what, in that 15-minute zone, yeah, I'm gonna wait for price to come like at the EQ of the 15 or nothing else, right?
Mm.
And if you would waited for that and say, you know what, I'm gonna wait for that and I'll cover the lows, right? Of the OP. So the EQ would have been somewhere here, covering the low of the OP zone, which is look at that 3 pips, right? And that would
Yeah.
not have taken you out. See that? You
Mm.
would have been in. I mean, yeah, maybe you would have taken you out right there because that price just
Yeah.
likes to be gulag, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But 3 pips, you'd have been okay, you know what? I'm taking this low, but I'm gonna add like another pip just to cover the spreads or whatever, right?
Mm.
Still in with a 4 pip stop loss, and you're riding, and targeting key levels, like up here, that would have been nice 2%, and obviously higher to take this high here would have been a nice 3 pips on targeting the next key level, obviously, which we haven't really filled yet. It's
Mm.
still going, but overall, obviously, I'll be wanting this price to probably hit the uh this guy here, which is 700, right? Which is
Yeah.
46 pips away, and that will be a 12 pip with a 3.7 pip or 4 pip surplus, right?
Mm.
See what I mean? And actually,
Yeah.
my one of my trades, my entries here, because I entered like 3 trades. No, I entered two entries here. I split them in two. One of them already closed, and this
Mm.
one here is still running. I think one of them probably takes some partial 600, and the rest I'm letting go to 700.
Mm.
Right, and
Okay.
this trade here, look at that. Look what time we took it. I took it like 1700. Already, it's
Yeah.
too late. I shouldn't even be looking at the market, right?
Mm.
But I missed trading New York because I was doing some stuff. And obviously, New York session had some nice moves as well, right? And obviously, this trade here, which I missed as well. I didn't miss it, but I had already stacked up buys out here,
Yeah.
right? And down here was purely 1 minute flipping, right? In the morning. And knowing that
Mm.
London was going to push and sticking to my bias, right? I was not like, I did not deviate from anything else. I was not, like looking at, oh, someone has this OP on the footprint or whatever. No, I just stuck to my guns and I said, okay, you know what? It's either gonna play out, or if I'm wrong, then the 4H should flip, right? But if the 4H
Mm.
has not flipped, mate, don't waste your time, right?
Yeah. Even
And
even just recently, there's another buy literally just right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
just
let me just close off these guys because I'm trying
uh
to be more nicer and have less some
yeah.
noise on the charts, but it's pretty hard, like messing about with this. Yeah, even this time, obviously, but obviously that run I would not even like recommend you to try.
But I was just testing it. I was just
Yeah,
had
on
it
this
at
point here, right?
yeah,
So you can see we made a low here, made a high there, made another low, flip there, buys,
yeah.
right? So
That's why I
so
knocked out as well.
there you go. As soon as we broke above this high here, and it gives you that patience. You see that now, yeah? The whole
Mm.
point of this, like, see, I hate calling it strategy because it's just reading the candles, right?
It's just
This
price
there's
action, yeah.
nothing to this. It's not. You can't even call it a strategy, right?
Mm.
It's just reading the candles if it's a high or low, and the highs are pretty much just individual 15 candles, right?
Yeah.
If the 15-minute makes a high, then we go for it. If it doesn't, guess what? Nothing is happening, right? So you can see that over there, nothing was made here. So this is still low. And then we have a new low here. And then we have a new high here, right? As soon
Mm.
as new high formed, a new low formed. So now you have these two you want to break. As soon
Yeah.
as this goes, our candle is this guy, right? So immediately there, we jump on 1 minute and we look at what candle that gave us the fruit. OP is in there. Okay, there was OP there, and obviously understanding that they highly likely to get swept, right?
Mm.
In either hand at the bottom of it, or
There's
just
another
wait
OP.
for it to flip, right? And you can see it.
Mm.
As soon as the 15 flips there, anything below down here, you're just taking buys, right? But obviously, this is what you get at this time here. If you're gonna trade this shit, you get this kind of stuff, right? Makes sense, yeah? I think it's been kicked out. I don't know. Yeah, kicked out. Yeah. Okay, so I can stop this recording right here. And it